Good afternoon, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you Tuesday afternoon, July 29th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So going into Fed Day tomorrow, we definitely have some subtle changes that have taken place here. First off, in ES, we have an outside day down. We have a trend day down. Now, we did probe, but not far enough where I would use it. And we still have our all-time high in the overnight. But the daily's back to balance and an outside day down. It is a 4-day balance. Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. NQ goes out with just an afternoon rally high. So ES, let me finish. ES ended up with a double distribution day, afternoon rally high in H, and a 9-wide POC they got late in ES. NQ only ends with an afternoon rally high. They never got back to get 9-wide. They went out with a price probe, but again, not large enough where I would use it. But the big thing for NQ is the excess potentially at the all-time high. Now, for sure, that excess today worked for the daily and the intraday as one auction ended, right? Excess ends one auction and begins another. It certainly did. We talked about the nuance in B period when we couldn't get the opening. And again, the excess, B couldn't get the opening, and then we go down. Now, they didn't hold trend like ES, but they do have that excess. Now, the reason I wouldn't harp on it that much just yet is because, even though we don't trade one against the other, but SPY, ES's all-time high, and SPY, is still in the overnight. Why is that a big deal for NQ? Because if ES eventually goes and gets that all-time overnight high, NQ is going to eat away at that excess. Make sense? But doesn't mean they'll get it right away. So it's just something to keep an eye on. Righty goes out with an outside day down, a double distribution day, and you can call righty either a 5-day balance, or if you want to call them down, I'd have no problem with that either on the daily. Okay? They did take out our balance low by, let's see what they did take it out by. It's not by a lot. Look, what is that, about 5 handles? But you know what? I'll call them down. So I would say righty is down on their daily. They're up on their monthly and weekly. ES and NQ up on the monthly and weekly. Balance now on their daily. 4 days for ES. I'm only going to use 2 for NQ. So if NQ takes out today's low, I would call NQ down going tomorrow. And obviously, if we take out the highs, back up. For a quiet day, a very painful afternoon type day, still had a good day overall. A period, I took a bunch of longs. I made on the first 2. I thought I missed the overnight high. I did not get that. I thought with the ebb and flow, the overnight high, we had a gap. We had value. I thought it would be okay, but the last 2 longs I took in A, I gave back what I made. No, I broke even. Not a big deal. I did get the trade to get A's low in B period. I shorted that. And then I shorted C for some ebb and flows, N to finally get the IB low, N to finally get the gap. So I had switched from longs and A's to shorts in B and C. D period also took a short when they filled the single prints and some ebb and flow shorts. E period, I took a short versus, what did I write? I wrote single prints. Oh, they filled, we had a set, we filled them. So I took another short when they filled the single prints in D. Then I took a long when it pushed down in E against yesterday's low, and it held. Boy, I only took it for about 6 points or so. It held pretty damn good as it went up pretty good. I did take a long in H period to stop the one-time framing down. Now, I missed the afternoon, and that was my last trade of the day. My Mr. Afternoon Rally High. Now, I'm in bigger increments, plus we made a lower low. But at the time, I had my offer in at 20, which was half back in ES. Never got there. And in NQ, I was looking to short between E's high and B's low. But the only time it got up there was a quick, big time spit out real quick for like 10 seconds and in. I didn't have an order in. I didn't get it. So, still turned out to be a pretty good day. Now, as far as our charts go, I mean, the only thing really to show you is here's your daily. It's a 4-day balance. Okay, it's an outside day down. Not the end of the world, right? We'll see how we trade against this 3-day balance, right? The weekly is still healthy. It's still up. We're not in any danger just yet of taking it out. And in Triple Q's case, their daily, I'm going to use just a 2-day balance. But they did not have the outside day down like ES and Righty did. Hope you had a good day trading. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.